So today's video is a little bit different. It is not a recipe video, but it is a video that answers one of the most frequently asked questions I get here on YouTube. Now, as you know, I make small batch recipes here, and we make a lot of them in a 9 by 5 inch loaf pan, especially my bar cookies. And if you've watched any of those videos, I want to link to them up above if you've missed them. I always line my loaf pan with what I call a parchment sling. And the question I get asked so often is, how do you make a parchment sling? Well, today I'm going to show you how. So what is a parchment sling? Well, basically it's a piece of parchment paper that is cut to fit right inside of this loaf pan so that it lines it perfectly. Now, you may wonder, well, can I just spray my pan with nonstick cooking spray? Well, absolutely you can. But one of the advantages to a parchment sling is how easy it makes it to remove your bar cookie or whatever you've made in it. Look at that, just like that. You can lift it right out, put it on your cooling rack. Now, if all you've done is spray it, you gotta get in there with a knife, you've gotta slice it, you gotta try to lift it up, all in one piece. Can I just tell you, the parchment sling is the way to go. Okay, so to answer that question on how you make one, I'm going to show you. Now, you can use any kind of parchment paper. You can use the kind that comes on the roll. What I like to do though, is I order mine, grab it here, off of Amazon into pre-cut sheets. And there's several different sizes you can buy, but these are the 9 by 13 inch pre-cut parchment papers. They come in a pack like this, 200 sheets for $20 something. So I always have these in my pantry. So it makes it super easy and quick to cut a parchment sling. Now you can even cut more than one at a time. So I'm going to show you how here. All right, so we're just going to take our parchment paper, lay it on the kitchen counter. Then take your loaf pan and you want to place it as close to in the center as you can get it. I just eyeball it. Then you want to take a pencil and you're going to make a mark, just a little mark around each of the 4 corners. Okay, so you can see in there, I've got 4 little marks on my paper. Now I'm going to take a pair of scissors, and at each corner, I'm just going to cut from the corner of the paper up to like the little corner of that mark that I've made. Okay, see, just like that. Go around all 4 corners. All right, so you can see how I've kind of got this cut like this. Now what we want to do is remove right here and right here. So we'll be cutting off a little triangle on each side here so that after we've got the 2 triangles cut off, it forms a little square there that's missing. Like I said, you can cut more than one of these at a time, just kind of hold together however many layers. You can pre-cut them, just keep them in your drawer so that you have them on hand when you're ready to make a small batch recipe. So there we go. Can you see? It doesn't have to be perfect, but close enough. And we're just gonna throw those little pieces away and you can just see. Now I like to, because the little pencil marks there, place those upside down so they're not next to my ingredients. Pop it in. There we go. We're ready to bake. Thanks for joining me in the kitchen today. I hope you found this little tutorial useful, and I'll see you in the next video.